Holy Father, who art in heaven, we are so much thankful for such a time as this. Thank you for the blessing and the privileges you've given unto us, the privilege and the blessing of being in your presence. Lord, we pray that you may confront the forces of darkness and be in our midst and assure us of your spirit and direction in your word. We pray that you may keep us and let us be a blessing to others. For this is our humble prayers in Jesus' name. Welcome again to the second presentation on kitchen remedies and other treatments that we can be able to do and apply in the daily life. It's the white. Yeah, so yesterday we looked at the simple remedies, but we began by analyzing the first principles in analyzing disease. The first principles in analyzing what? Disease. And we found that what is the disease? For those who are in class, what did we say a disease is here?
A disease is the condition of the body to live in impurity, to free ourselves from sickness.
That results from the violation of the laws of God. Then we realize that in case of disease, there are 4 principal things that we ought to do. And we say, number 1, the cause must be changed. Ascertained. The cause must be ascertained. And in the Bible, I just want to show you in the book of Job. In the book of Job, chapter 29, verses 16, the Bible says that I was a father to the poor, and the cause which I knew not I searched out. The cause which I knew not I searched out. So the cause must be ascertained, because why should the cause be ascertained? Because nothing happens in this world without a cause. Are we together? Nothing happens in this world without a cause. Look at this. It says that as the bird by wandering, as the swallow by flying, so the causeless shall not come. No one can curse you, and the curse cannot fall upon you if there is no a cause of it. So the disease do not just come out of nowhere. There must be a cause of it. A curse causeless cannot occur. And God said in Exodus 15:26 that if thou shalt diligently hearken unto my voice and hear my statutes and keep my commandments, then shall I not put the diseases that I put upon the Egyptians. For I am the Lord, thy God, that healeth thee. A disease causes, a curse causes not occur. There must be a reason why God wants you, or there must be a reason why you are sick. And we also realize that once you have ascertained the cause, what follows? Wrong habits should be corrected. Wrong habit should be corrected. No eating between meals, not drinking the water. Water should be drunk an hour before meal and 2 hours after the meal. Not drinking hot water with the food, or eating hot food, or eating cold food. We found that any indulgence, anything that makes the blood to be acidic, the beverages, the sodas, the refined products, should not be taken into the body, because this body is the temple of the Lord. It is the temple of the Lord commanded the brain, and the brain cannot operate rightly if not rightly treated through the food that we get. And then once the unhelpful conditions have been, the wrong habits have been changed, what happens? What happens next? Unhelpful conditions must be changed. Seems we forgot. In the book Ministry of Healing, page 127.1, it says that wrong habits should be corrected. At the same time, we need to let's see, it's right. Okay. It says 127. This should be your memory verse as a medical missionary. We find unhelpful conditions should be changed. Wrong habits should be corrected. And then what happened? Nature should be allowed to do what? Assisted. Should be assisted in her efforts. It means who is working? Nature. In this aspect is your body is working to relieve itself. So you need to help him expel impurities, and then after expelling, re-establish. Yeah. So we need to know that there are 3 aspects of changing or turning a sick body into a good one. Number 1, you must detoxify. That is helping the body to eliminate toxins. Toxins are ever in the body and accumulated in the body. So the body needs to be washed by doing colon cleansing. Doing what? Colon cleansing. And that colon cleansing can be done in many ways to remove and wash the colon or the gut. You know, people, you can be here, yet the meat that you ate before reforming is still stuck in your colon. Yes. The drug that you took 10 years ago can still be stuck on the wall of your colon. And your colon is the second brain. If you are constipated, you don't go for a long call or even a short call. Do you know what happens? That smell is a sign that there is some fermentation, some sewage, fermenting sewage in your stomach or in your gut. And so it goes back to the blood. And the moment you are constipated, it affects your brain. That is the next culprit. That's why you see where you have small intestine and the large intestine, they look like brain, the way the brain is. So it is called the second brain. Most neurological diseases, epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, or Gay-Lurex disease, all those diseases mostly stems from a dirty colon. So if you just go to the toilet once a day and you feel it is okay, after 3 days, you are you are brooding a disease. You need a normal human being need to go to the to ease himself in the small house there, toilet 3 times a day. That is the best for someone who is healthy. Immediately you wake up in the morning, you should feel the urge to visit the small room. And then when you eat food, always you should feel an urge to visit the small room behind there. Every time you eat, after 5 hours you eat, you will feel that because the body is meant to do that, expelling impurities through the colon. Your kidney, you need to drink a lot of water to expel a lot of the toxins there, because a lot of blood passes through your skin, your kidney to be purified. So if the blood is toxic, the kidneys will be affected and they are weighed down. Your liver will receive a lot of toxins. So you must learn to drink enough water. If you are 50 kilos up to 60, you should drink at least 2 liters of water in a day. Unless the environment do not allow you to. But still, you need to drink water. If you are between 61 to 80, at least 3 liters a day. And beyond 80, drink at least 5 liters a day. Water is one of the weight-losing agents very easily found, water and exercise, because it lightens the blood, it makes the blood to be diluted so that it can flow well in the vessels. So you need to take water to clean the body. Take water. Take water. And then exercise, help your skin to remove the toxin. Nature should be assisted to expel what? Impurities. You should learn to exercise. Brisk walking is the best exercise. And then gardening and perhaps swimming and riding. But walking helps to massage the body. That is why after eating, we need to walk. Wrong habits corrected. If you used to eat and then come and sit down, you are injuring your system. Why do you think when you've eaten, you feel like sleeping immediately? If you just, because a lot of blood is taken from the brain and concentrated in your stomach. So if you walk, you allow the circulation of blood into your bowels so that circulation of blood can come in. And when blood comes, it will go back with the nutrients that is gotten from the food through assimilation process. Walking. Wrong habits should be corrected. Eating late in the night, corrected. This helps us, is an effort we give to the body to expel any impurities. Are we together? And then re-establish by eating the right foods, all the nutrients that we talked about, the right proteins, the right vitamins and minerals, and fats to help to build a strong system. Eat the seeds that we saved in. Nature should be assisted to expel and re-establish right condition. Now, in the cleansing aspect of expelling impurities, when we use the vegetable juices detoxify, they remove those toxins. It is like a duster. So it is like a duster. If I write something like this, and then now the vegetable juice will be like this duster here that then it becomes clean. But as it passes, there is friction. As it removes toxin, there are friction within the cell. I'm just trying to explain this in the layman understanding. So if this is your cell, there are toxins in here. There are like toxins there. Now they are attached to your cells. So what happens when your rubber, which is the juice, the green juice, or the fruit juice you are taking, it rubs, it leaves a mark. It is injured. That cell is injured because that impurity was so stuck into the cell that for it to be removed, it causes wear. So you need something to heal that wound in the cells. That is why the rebuilding comes from, where you use things like vegetable juices for removal, for cleansing and rebuilding, building good cells, strengthening the DNA, and making the membrane of your body to be well, membrane of your cells to be strong. Now, as it expels, the fruits are always fruit, not fruit juices. The vegetable juices are advisable to be given to someone who is extremely sick and very weak because they rebuild. The fruit juices cleanse the body very fast. But if it is faster in a way that the body cannot cope with it, you will worsen the situation. So you don't want to bring something fast that is going to weaken the body further. So what you do, begin with vegetable juice. If possible, 1 liter a day, a half a liter, top up with the distilled water or spring water and drink every day to remove and expel impurities and rebuild. And then after some 3 days, you bring the usage of fruits to help in further cleansing. You know, you can cleanse someone until a hole comes from the stomach in. If the cleansing is so far. Because the toxins want a place, a leeway. The fight is so fast that they don't know the best way they can escape. So you can find yourself, you have a very big boil under your armpit. Or you have a very slow swollen tonsil. Or you become so weak that you cannot even manage to walk. The body is trying to establish it. So that is why God wants us to be in good health. So in case of sickness, expel the waste. You must understand that in ways to expel the waste and then reestablish the right condition. The right conditions are established beginning from your brain, from your mind, how you think, what you eat, and how you think about what you're doing. So now here with us, we are going to do some little and simple treatment based on what we have. Yesterday we used the ginger, and I told us that with the ginger, we can do a lot of things. We can help the arthritis. We can make an oil of it and help to remove the cancerous sores in our body. We can heal the leg ulcers. We can heal mouth ulcers. We can heal the teeth problems, toothache with ginger. Either pounding it and putting it in your teeth. For weak gums or bleeding gums, you can do what? Grate it, mix it with some Himalayan salt, and then take Himalayan salt, and ginger will help you a lot. If you have stomach ache, you take fresh ginger tea. Ginger is a lead herb, and it is a good herb for the gut. It strengthens your gut. It is a circulator. It is an accentuator. You know what accentuator means? It increases. Accentuators increases accent. actuator. Let me see if it is accentuators. They accelerate the healing process. Like, for example, we have cayenne pepper as an accentuator. It helps your body, it boosts circulation of blood, and so they should be put together with any poultice that you have. A poultice is a herbal compound made from leaves or flowers or barks or leaves or roots that you apply on an affected place or localized region to remove waste, to expel the waste. And then we have things like ginger, very helpful in boosting circulation of the blood. That circulation is what you are, because perfect circulation equals perfect. Where the blood circulates, when the blood moves well in the body without blockage, it brings with it life and it removes death. There is life in the blood. And so, would you be free from the burden of disease? There is power in the purification of the blood. Are we together? Yeah. So that principle must be put in somewhere in your brain. Purify the blood. Purify the blood. Anytime you see a problem that demonstrates itself in some symptoms, maybe itching, maybe boils, maybe pimples, vomiting, diarrhea, it is a sign that that switch should be pressed on, cleanse the blood, purify the blood, build the blood. So ginger helps us in accentuating or increasing the circulation of blood. It is also a lean herb. If you make it with your juices, all the nutrients of your juices will go directly to the blood because ginger will read them. You need to have it always. You have some things like celery as accentuators and parsley as accentuators of illnesses and diseases. That's why we make them together. It's like if I don't have DMSO, I use ginger in my juices, my smoothies to help me do that. Ginger, very important. Now, today we are going to, I'll call, hopefully we'll sit somewhere here. He requested to be an experiment especially today. And we are going to do a demonstration with Irish potato. How many of us have ever seen Irish potato? All of us. Okay, all of us. How many of us have ever eaten Irish potato? All of us. Are you sure? Some people have never seen, only the sweet potato because that is what is abundant here. So we want to make a poultice made out of Irish potato. Now, you're going to, depending on what you're going to treat, this is just a demonstration, and depending on the size of the wound or of the inflamed area, it will determine the size of the compound, the mass, the total weight of what you're going to. So you grate it finely. You need to be very careful because this one injures people most of the time. And a medical missionary should be someone who's very quick. Are we together? And you need to, just sorry that I never came with all the gears that are needed for such treatment, like wool, cotton wool, the gauze, the gloves. You need to have them some of the times to help you treat or be very successful. So you don't don't use this for a sick person. Don't. Isn't that we lack a lot? I don't have even a towel here. But let me use, I wish if I had a cotton, I will use it. What I do with that cotton, I will put these ingredients in the cotton, well spread. And let's say the person was playing around and all of a sudden the thorn pricked the hand and the thorn went very deep and it's very difficult to remove because it's so painful. So we want to draw that thorn to come to the surface. What we do, we create this, and then can you bring your toe? Let's say your finger, maybe your palm was the one that was affected. So you apply these qualities. Apply these qualities there on the palm. Don't have the things for one thing. Now I put in the thumb, or it can be in the toe, or even there you are walking and a nail pierced you and you don't know how to remove it. You use the Irish potato, politics. It will draw it. The same ginger can do the same. Someone, when a metal has pierced you and it gone deep into the blood, into the tissues, into your muscles, you use it, it will pull it and pull it. Now, you can choose to add cayenne pepper. You are allowed to add cayenne pepper only for this in this situation. The cayenne, if you add with cayenne pepper will be warming. Its work is to boost the blood circulation in that area. And as blood comes, it brings with it things that help to cool that thing. So you use this as much as possible. Another thing you can use is grease. You know grease? The bearing, the one they use in bearings. Yeah? That grease they use for automobile for putting holding the bearing in position. You can use it for any metal that has gone deep into the body and needs to be drawn out. You keep applying the grease, or you can alternate with this. And then after that, because we want to keep ourselves or protect ourselves against tetanus bacteria, what we do, we put now some of the essential oils. Some of the essential oils, and I move this just a minute. And this maybe after 3 hours, I remove it. And then now I want to apply something that may help to protect the person against any infection. I can apply the eucalyptus oil. You put a little bit there. Then you put some cayenne. You put some cayenne, which I don't have here. You can put the peppermint oil. These are antifungal, antibacterial, antifungal. Yes, you put it there, and then you can put your cayenne, and then it's high to protect against any infection. As it cools, it can also protect against any infection. Are we together? Yeah. That is Irish potato poultice. Very simple. If you have an eye problem, you will take it and put it on your eye at night when you're going to sleep. For itching eye, for paining eyes that are red, that are yellow. It helps to cool that inflammation. Most of the eye problem are as a result of toxicity in the blood. Because some people that's just change the way they eat, and then their eye problem go. And some another thing you can use for the eye is the egg yolk. You just beat an egg, put it on the cotton, apply it on the eye, then you bandage it up. You bandage it up. Then let the person see. For the eye that is itching, for the eye that is yellowish, not yellowish, eye that is reddish, in the eye that is watery. You had a question?
I wanted to just know some eucalyptus oil.
Yeah, eucalyptus oil and peppermint. Peppermint oil. Peppermint oil. Peppermint. It is essential oil. Now, thank you for that. It's that helps in boosting circulation and removing any bacteria or virus in the body. Yeah, if you have garlic or cayenne or red onion, you can mix them together and put. Yeah. And you can try it in the eye if you are brave enough to work. But we are dealing with the prick, something that is getting into the body. And then another thing you can use this for is the burn. Let's say you are working in the kitchen, and then all of a sudden you've been burned. If this is not for burns, if this is not close to you, dip the hand immediately in the what? In the cold water for about 3 minutes, and then immediately bring your, let's say, your burns on the surface. Then you bring in your grated Irish potato and apply it for burns. If there was a wound there, after cleaning the wound, I can put it there after cleaning the wound. And for you to clean the wound, for wound cleaning, you need to do something like this. You need to have something like in 1 liter of water. In 1 liter of water, you add 2 tablespoons Himalayan salt. Himalayan is not written like this way. Then add juice of 3 lemons. Then add 10 drops eucalyptus oil or peppermint oil, essential oil. You can add 1 teaspoon, of cayenne. And then you crush something like 6 cloves of garlic. And then with this is enough to do a wound cleaning. You add all of them together and sieve. After sieving, you put it in some jug, and then let the person raise the arm a little bit, or if it's the leg, raise a little bit, and pour slowly. You pour slowly, it may begin to itch and feel painful. But the more the wound is paining, the more you have hope. If it is not paining, it means there's nothing going on, but death is going on. When a wound is just there and no one feels pain, it means there is no blood coming to that area. You want to make it bleed, you want to make it feel painful, but in a very kind, very, very gentle way. And once you remove the toxins, once you remove the pus and all other things, you can begin applying these poultices. And you alternate. You can do the pulses of onion, 3 hours, the pulses of Irish potato, 3 hours. For the wound. Are we together? Yeah. If the wound is having a lot of pus, and you try to, there are some parts you can even begin to scrub like this, but it's still deep. What do? You go buy sugar. This is the only time I'm allowing you to go buy sugar. The white sugar in the sugar. Come in that white sugar. If you have honey, you put some honey in it, depending on the size of the wound. Mix it well, put it in your bandage, on your cotton, and then put on the wound. Tie up well. Do you know what sugar will do? I just wonder if it can go into the body. And the external effects are so detrimental. It kills the virus. It's like antiseptic. It kills the bacteria. Sugar, very little. We call it sweet poison. Sweet what? Poison. And indeed it is. It removes the pus. It removes. It is an antiseptic for the wound. Then you begin applying. If the wound is not bleeding, if it is on top here, do you know what you do? You tap behind there until you see blood coming this side. Those are techniques you need to understand. If the wound is here and here is swollen, tap behind with a small stick. Until the person, do you feel pain? Yes, I feel pain. Then know that the person is reviving. But if the person, you do everything, but the person is just looking at you, and it is a wound, you know that the person is, that leg will be cut. So you use sugar to remove pus. You use that sugar to kill the bacteria, right? And then you can use some little warm water with the lemon, with lemon in it. For 1 liter, you put about 4 lemons, and then pour on that food. And then bring your Irish potato. Bring your lemon juice. If you have only lemon juice, and apply on that area. Lemon juice is a very good antiseptic. So with Irish potato, it helps to kill it, absorb the bacteria, it absorbs it removes the pus, and also absorbs, it makes the blood to come to the surface, and then it has a healing effect. It has a healing effect. That is why with it, we can also help to heal, the ulcers. Some people go to the hospital and they're given the H. pylori kit. Now you can use this one easily to baffle off the H. pylori. H. pylori is just about in the system within the peptic. When the food leaves the stomach and connects to the duodenum, that area is where the Helicobacter pylori is. So it is a bacteria that is supposed to be there. But when it overweighs your system because of low hydrochloric acid, you develop ulcer. And that's why if you don't drink water in the morning, even if you have ulcers, it will always become so serious. So what you can do to heal your ulcers, within a short time, you use Irish potato. So you cut them into small pieces after washing, just with the cover into small pieces. Put them into a container or a glass and add water. Drinking water, maybe hot or cold, but drinking water, because this one you're going to allow it to stay overnight. You can add some cabbage on it, but not at this point, not to stay overnight. This one for staying overnight is specifically for Irish potato. You can then put, if you want the one, because you need to drink a liter a day on an empty stomach, you will do like 4 of this in a liter of water, cut in small pieces, let it settle overnight, and then in the morning, you take that on an empty stomach. You can slightly warm it. You put that bottle on hot water, then drink it on an empty stomach. It helps to heal your ulcers. Ulcers by 3 days should be either ended or in the process of healing. A little? Yeah, you need love. Yes, you can in the morning. In the morning when you are about to drink, because cayenne is also a very good medicine for ulcers. It heals ulcers very fast. But the first time you take it, you will feel a lot of pain.
So what question?
So Irish potato, I said 4 of them, cut in small pieces in 1 liter of water. Keep overnight. In the morning, sieve it, and then warm it a little bit. Then take a cup or a glass, the first thing. The next cup you will take before meal. And then in the evening before going to sleep, you take another for ulcer cases. There is also another way you can improve it by taking 2 of these and a quarter cabbage, juice them, and then take that juice 4 cups a day on an empty stomach for those who are suffering from ulcers. That is a very good easy medicine for ulcers. Yes. Now I said you juice the cabbage and 2 of this, 2 of Irish potato, and take that juice on an empty stomach 4 times a day. You make a cup 4 times a day. Yeah.
How does it work? Does it kill bacteria? Does it increase the hydrochloric acid? How does it work?
What it does is that it creates the right environment in the stomach. The stomach should be acidic. You know that? The only place in the body that is acidic is the stomach. The rest are alkaline. So without this acidic medium, when hydrochloric acid is not there, your food cannot be digested. When its level is so low, it is not going, your food will not be digested. So it helps us to bring the level of hydrochloric acid into normality. And then it also boosts the enzyme in the stomach, the juices that they are secreted from the gastric walls, so that when now it goes to the next section, that place between the duodenum and from the stomach, that lower sphincter, it helps now to create that environment that helicobacteria cannot thrive. It balances your acidity in the system. And normally, by the way, you can never have high acid in your system, high hydrochloric acid. It may be just very low, but it cannot be very high. People say it is high because they feel there. No, that is not the hydrochloric acid. That does not mean that you have a lot of hydrochloric acid in the system. It simply means that your cardiac sphincter, that when you swallow food and before it gets into the stomach, there is a valve, a sphincter that closes. So it means it is weak, and when it loses a little bit, the acidic HCl, acidic medium, tries to come up. So this one is a good treat for it because it normalizes that environment and makes it work. And you know, cabbage has the vitamin P that helps to smoothen the muscles of the gut muscles, and also it helps to build and regenerate the cells in that area.
So
does it treat all types of ulcers?
Yeah, you use that for all types of ulcers, whether peptic or gastric. it helps to balance. You know, all the problems stem from the unbalanced levels of the HCl. And this may be a problem. The problem may be that your gastric walls are not in producing enough acid, enough HCl. Yeah, so for all type of acids. Then another thing is cayenne, where my friends say here, cayenne is a good cure of acids, but you must be ready. You must be what?
Ready.
Ready, because you are going to feel as if you are going to die. If you take cayenne on an empty stomach, even after eating, and you take a lot of it because you want to take about a half a teaspoon in a cup of water, you're going to feel like dying, but it's going to heal. There is one person who said, I don't see myself living in this world. So I want something that can kill me very, very fast. So the wife was not around, and he was looking around to see what best can kill him. Goes to the drugstore. There is no drug that he can take to kill him. So, all of a sudden, when he went to the counter, he finds cayenne. So this is the thing. Took a lot of it, about a tablespoon in water. Just went, see if he's about to die. And the ulcer, he had been having ulcers for a long time. So the wife comes and finds him. Just doesn't want to behave in a way that there's something going on. And all of a sudden, it calmed down, and then it slept. The following day, the wife wakes him up at 8. He has never been woken up at 8 because from 3, he begins complaining, 3 a.m. in the night. What has happened to him? Then he finds himself awake. That is when he realized that ulcers can do what? No, that cayenne can treat what? Ulcers. So when you're giving it to someone, just tell him what he's going to experience. Never treat someone without telling him what he's going to experience. You must tell him these are the side effects that you're going to experience. But you're going to behave. Now that is about
But just from the point on that, people mistake it when it comes to like therapies. In as much as you tell somebody how much something you have, if you put somebody inside the water, it tells you it's burning. Don't tell him you are healing. Take the person out. You will burn them.
Yeah, you need
when it comes to water.
That is true. You need to understand your patient. If you yourself, you're okay with that, don't feel another person must just be like that. You know, some people, you just put a little like this, they remove. But this is so low.
We have different skills.
You just have to listen.
Sorry for interrupting. There's also when you are doing hydrotherapy, when you come to it, but if somebody tells you now I'm losing breath, he's telling you are healing. In hydrotherapy, that person is dying.
Yeah.
Do something.
You have to remove him immediately.
Immediately, because he has lost a lot of water.
Yeah. And that's what maybe
anything that is needed.
Maybe the blood is too low and you did it, or the pressure is getting too high and you are not doing something to balance it. Now, another thing we can use this for is for hemorrhoids. You know hemorrhoids? Hemorrhoids are in the anal tract, in your rectum, in the anus. The intestine seems to be coming up. The colon of the rectum is tending to, and they usually bleed. You can use this thing to help. This is Irish potato. You shape it or you make it in a form of chips. And this one should be the way, we say that men should work on
Men.
and women work on women. So what you do, you make it in a shape, like a French fry, like this, like chip shape. And then what you're going to do, you are going to dip it in the oil. That is olive oil. If you don't have olive oil, you may have peanut oil. You can store it there. Sunflower oil, but not the salad from the supermarket. That's the cooking oil. Those are the only three. Or maybe coconut oil, like this one. You dip it there, and then you insert it inside your anal tract. So this is very important in the night. Another thing you can do is to squeeze some lemon juice on it. Yes, you will feel it, but it's going to help you because lemon is a tighten. It is an estrogen. It tightens the muscles and it pulls the cells together. So everything, are you seeing the principle we're doing? Everything we apply, we have the reason behind. Yeah. You cannot go to someone else and then you begin doing this, the person asks you and he asks you, what are you doing? Why do you want to insert it in the anal tract? And no, it's going to be. The person tells you. Out. What if it is the wife and they're doing that to the husband? She may not speak it there, but the following day you may hear we were seeing that he needs to go for a checkup tomorrow. So you will allow us to go and or maybe my son is in Kampala. I wanted dad to be there. So we are sorry that this has come very urgently, but you just allow us and we'll come after 1 week. What is that person telling you in a nutshell? That we have lost because you don't know what you are. You will go to people who will be asking thing you are doing. While you're there, you're doing something you don't know what it is doing.
People like in general.
So you install there overnight. In the morning, you remove it. Now, what it does is that it absorbs the inflammation. Those hemorrhoids are as a result of inflammation because of the acidic blood and because of toxins accumulating in the rectum. And because of constipation, you are eating, but you don't go to the toilet. So what happens? That way pulls your intestines down, and then they begin protruding. You can even go for the colonoscopy and it be cut after the test, but still it will come if you continue to be constipated. So if you meet someone with hemorrhoids, tell him to eat properly and make sure that he drinks water very well or properly. Then clean the colon and then you can apply it. Oh, yeah.
How many days does it take?
No, just in the night, in the morning, it can be removed. When the person goes to the toilet, it will come. Yeah. So removing inflammation in the parts in the anal tract. Yeah. And then yes.
Potatoes.
Irish potato. No, you take until you feel the relief. Usually after 6 days, the person should be healed or is feeling well when he or she follows the right diet and follows the lifestyle practices. Are we together? Yeah. So you need to have that at your fingertips. When someone is having a probing pain here, you can apply the poultice there for migraines. But you know, migraines are as a result of dehydration. You don't drink enough water. Are we together? Yeah. So that will help you do a lot. If there is some I've forgotten, and we still have about 6 days to go. It is 6. I have about 3 classes. But even next week, I shall see how to add more of it. So the next thing we are going to use is Epsom salt. Epsom salt. Have you ever heard of Epsom salt?
Yes.
Epsom salt is it is not something that is very difficult to get. In the veterinary shops here in Uganda, you can get it, or agrovets. It is used for constipated animals. Yeah, they use it. So this has a lot of uses. It is magnesium sulfate. It has magnesium and sulfur in it. Yeah. The chemical name of it is magnesium sulfate. Magnesium in the system is a muscle relaxant. It relaxes the muscles. It relaxes the muscles. So if someone is feeling a lot of pain or so tired, and maybe sometimes do not go to sleep, you use the Epsom salt to calm down the system. Now, something you can do, you can do what is known as Epsom salt rub or glow. You want to do a salt glow, Epsom salt glow. So what you do is you take Epsom. You take a little because this thing is not available to just a little. What about that?
A kilo of Epsom.
A kilo of this kilogram can be about 500 times 20, 25 or something. Around 7,000 or 8,000. Ugandan. So when you're doing salt glow, to open the pores, because the skin has mouth, you know that? Those mouth breathe. And anything you apply on there, they absorb, they eat. You may not know, but that oil, petroleum jelly you apply, or that perfume, lotion, it is taken into the body. Are you getting me? Yeah, so you want to open the pores so that the skin can breathe more and take in more oxygen. So I'm going to apply the Epsom salt. Now this person, you will take him into the bathroom and then pour water on him. It can be, you need to pour warm water on him. And then you begin with the steam. It's very, very and until you see here is reddening. Yeah. And do that from the hand to the what? To the hand. This side also to the hand, like that. And you do it very, very seriously. The back. For the back, you do down. Sit for the back, you do it round and in. Yeah. For the back, you do in circular. Yeah, circular also like this. Even the stomach. From the legs, you do it coming a bit like this. Until the person, until you see the redness here, it means the blood is coming. And then after that, you can pour over water for this. Yeah, that alone will help with the skin disease, help remove toxins. It's after you've done this, the person is going to sleep like a baby. Or if you want to avoid this, you just take like 2 glasses of this, put it in a bathtub and in warm water and go and sleep. But be careful never to sleep until you doze, until you find yourself your head in water. Yeah, because it is a relaxant. It relaxes the body, Epsom salt. Yeah, there's some you cannot just take it like salt, you will diarrhea. You will diarrhea because it is a laxative. That's why it is used in animals.
How can you use it in such a
No, it is not used in, when we apply it, we want just to help the body remove the waste, but it doesn't have the antibacterial, antifungal. What it helps is that relaxing of the muscle so that blood can come to the surface, and then it tones the body so that the body feels calm. Yeah. And then the bath help the body generally with the circulation as well as for the relaxation. And then you can use it for, if you're severely constipated, that is when it is allowed, but never take it if there is no an emergency. You'll take like a tablespoon of this in a cup of water if you are severely constipated, and put some 2 tablespoons of olive oil and take in. It is going to help you to relieve the body, the constipated colon. It also helps us in liver cleansing. But during liver cleansing, you must talk to the person and tell him what is going to do. It's going to diarrhea a lot. Yeah, but you must also know how to control when someone is excessively diarrheaing. Because when someone is diarrheaing, he or she loses a lot of a lot of minerals also. So you must know how to regain those minerals. And the simplest way to regenerate minerals is to use, let's say, a tablespoon of black stuff molasses, juices of 2 lemons, and a teaspoon of salt. Let me ask you a question. What is the simplest way we can bring back the lost minerals in the body? Someone to answer me?
The one you've just said?
Yes. That is what I'm asking. Yes, my brother. He's looking back. I was pointing at you. Did you hear what I said? The best way to bring back the lost minerals or electrolytes. Yes, what did you hear? Yes, what quantity? Yes, and then 2 lemons, juice of 2 lemons, and then 1 tablespoon of salt in 1 cup, about 300 milliliters of warm water. Himalayan salt or rock salt, or if you have sea salt, put it there. Those 3 salts, Himalayan salt or rock salt, which are basically, they are always the same, depending on where they are extracted from. And then the sea salt. You mix with the water and then drink. For someone who is seriously diarrhea, for someone who is seriously vomiting, for someone who is seriously doing what? Vomiting. You get cloves. 1 tablespoon of clove powder and 2 juices of 2 lemons, squeeze 2 lemons, juices of 2 lemons, squeeze in a cup of water, and let that person take a tablespoon slowly. So, or peppermint, you get peppermint, the person takes slowly. If you are vomiting, never gulp your water. You will vomiting out indeed. Take it like in sips. If it is so serious, I'll use it in drops so that it doesn't make the body to throw it back. You must be intelligent physician. Now for Epsom salt, you can use it for burns. You can use it for burns. I'll use this one. We have a patient here, we'll use. Yeah, for burns, you are burnt and you want to use Epsom salt, you have it around, you will take like a tablespoon and then put it there. Put some drops of water, or if you don't have water, you will use some few drops of milk of olive or sunflower or whatever you have. or just water alone, no problem. But you know, we must be intelligent. Yeah, intelligent. We want to use different. We want the healing to go to be very fast. So what you do, you put the put the Epsom salt there on the band, the place that is burned, and then tie it and allow it to rest. Another thing you can use for burns when you are burnt is honey. Apply honey in that area, or aloe vera gel. Are you getting? Are you people not writing? The Shakuman.
Yeah.
I'm just about to finish this training. And come and ask me the question. If it is a question I thought here, I just tell you go back and
They're not.
lay back the let's be so attentive, okay, because these things are going to. So you apply it for burn, even for wounds. You can apply it on the wound. Just mix it. You can put some flaxseed here on it, and then powder, flaxseed powder, mix it and apply. It will heal the wound. If you want to do a serious liver cleanse for 10 days, you will use Epsom salt. What you do, you take a juice, 1 cup of apple juice. 1 cup of apple juice. You know apple? Yeah, apple juice. You call it apples. Yeah, make a juice of it. Juices of, you can begin like this. You can buy 1 lemon today, make a juice of it, drink. After drinking, you follow with a tablespoon of Epsom salt, put in a half a glass of water. You take that. The next day, you will use 2. 2 hours before eating anything. 2 hours before eating anything. So you continue until you reach 10 apples the 10th day with a tablespoon of this. It will clean your liver. Yeah, cleansing the liver. We're using Epsom salt and yeah. I said you may first drink warm water, and then after like 10 minutes, you take the juice and then follow with it. For helping with the liver. We use it to make soy meat. We use this to make soy meat. We call it tofu. You know, we are used to using the lemon. But the tofu made of lemon, you can feel some sourness. So for some people, it may not be very tasty. If I want to make a tofu that is, or a soy meat that is not having the sour taste, I use this. And it comes out very nicely, very perfectly. But it won't harm you in the system. We are going only to use 2 tablespoons for about 2 tablespoons for about 2 liters of water, of milk. It makes it to coagulate, and then you can remove out the water, separate the water from the protein part of the milk. Then you make your tofu. Very nice. Epsom salt. You need to have it. It is easy. It is easily gotten in the veterinary shops. Now we have lemon. We have the lemon. Now lemon. Oh, some question. Yes. I say the first day you take a juice of 1 lemon, 1 hour after, no, 10 minutes after drinking your first glass of warm water. Before eating anything, 2 hours before eating anything. And then follow with a tablespoon of this in a glass, half a glass of warm water. Yeah. Yes, the next day you increase to two apples, just the same. Yeah, like that until you reach 10. Another way of cleaning your liver is through using lemon. Lemon is very powerful in cleaning your liver. And how will you know that you have a problem with your liver? When your pee is yellow, when your poo is yellow, when your eyes are yellowing, or your skin may be yellowing. So what you do is the first day, use juice of 1 lemon. Juice of what?
1 lemon.
1 lemon. The first day, the lemon this side. And then immediately after taking that juice of 1 lemon the first day, follow with a tablespoon of olive oil. Immediately. 2 hours before eating in the morning. Why are we doing it in the morning? Because the liver is usually active in the morning. The liver is usually active in the morning. And it from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m., the liver is active. That is why most of the detoxification processes, cleaning the body, should be done in the morning hours. And that is why even the children of Israel were eating what time? What time were the children of Israel eating? The first meal in the morning between 8 and 9. And then the next meal at what time?
2.
Between 2, between 12 to 2 or to 3. Yes. Yeah. That was and we are told that Solomon, why do you think Solomon went away from the plan of God? Why did Solomon had a lot of concubines? Have you ever heard that? Eating, they were eating late at night. I want to show you this. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
Let me see if I will get it. Let me see if I will get it. Now, what Solomon did is that Solomon, as Sammy looks at it, the children of Israel used to eat 2 meals in a day. But when they began departing from that, their senses began to be yes until they could not discern the will of the Lord. And you know, why did God allow them to have that plan of 2 meals, the second meal coming actually before the evening, that is the evening beginning at 3 p.m. because God wanted them to make sure that their body operates well, and then they are able to make the body operate in a good way. We get it in, Ecclesiastes, a comment on Ecclesiastes chapter 1. I think so. That is where we get them. Is it 1 BC? Yeah, so as it looks for it, between 2 a.m. to 2 p.m., the liver is working very well. And you know, the liver is a project manager. It is the one that controls even some of the hormones and sends information to the gut and other areas of the body, so that detoxification process can be complete and cholesterol levels can be controlled. So if it is ampered,
3BC 1165.6.
3BC
1165.6.
1165.6. Let me see.
Go up where it starts. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So
customary.
say that it was customary for the Hebrews to eat but twice a what? A day. Their heartiest meal coming not far from the middle of the day. But the luxurious habit of the heathen had been engrafted into the nation, and the king and his princes were accustomed to extend their festivities far into the night. On the other hand, if the earlier part of the day was devoted to feasting and wine drinking, the officers and rulers of the kingdom were totally unfitted for their grave duties. And then it says, Solomon was conscious of the evil growing out of the indulgence of perverted appetite, yet seemed powerless to work the required reformation. He was aware that physical strength, calm nerves, and sound morals can only be secured through temperance. He knew that gluttony leads to drunkenness and that intemperance in any degree disqualifies a man for any office of trust. Gluttonous feast and food taken into the stomach at an untimely season leave an influence upon every fiber of the system, and the mind also is seriously affected by what we eat and drink. Do you see what has brought many people into damnation? Where the last meal of the day is the heartiest, and it is almost in the midnight, almost towards midnight. Is that true? Is that happening here in Uganda?
Yeah.
Or Ugandans are very nice, you eat early before evening. Why do you think many people are dreaming very
Strange.
strange dreams at night? Or some people talking aimlessly at night. Or some people even walking even out of the house in a dream. You've never seen such people? Someone is walking, he can go, maybe a plate, he's carrying a plate as if he's going to bring food. There is in a dream and comes back and sleep. Well, when you ask him the following day, were you walking? Where were you going? Never, I was sleeping. The person was drunk. Any person who is drunk, who is eating late at night, and they eat food. You eat until there is no any other place to put the food, and you go sleep within the next 30 minutes. You are building disease, and you will be dreaming strange dreams. God wants us, by the time you're going to sleep, at least the stomach is empty, or 3 hours. Yeah. Something light takes short time to by digestion, those should be taken. But should be at least far away before going to sleep. People are dying today because of eating late night suppers, and they eat it very passionately. Oh, may God help us. If you tell someone this, they tell, if I eat that early, the following morning I will be very or I cannot sleep. Some people tell you, I even wake up in the middle of the night and do what? Now, I want to end, seeing people are tired here, can end this part and we'll come for the next session. Okay, so it is 2:17. So what we'll do, we can humble ourselves to pray. Our loving Father, what in heaven, we thank you because you are giving hot, probing information. And you are calling us for a higher work. You are calling us to use the simple agencies of nature to restore the system. I pray that you may continue to grow this wisdom in us and continue to fit us for the final great work that you have here with us. We thank you for hearing us for this humble prayer in Jesus' name.